My name is Florian Ledoux. I'm a wildlife and nature photographer based in the Arctic in Norway, and I work on the protection, the conservation of those places, which for me are really important. Nature for me is the only place and the only reason I do exist. It is the place where I feel good. It is the place where I feel connected to the rest of the world. No matter what is, the day, it can be bad weather like today, it can be windy, it can be cold, it can be beautiful weather. But nature always provides me with this satisfaction of being there. This is the place where I feel alive. I feel connected and I feel something greater than me around. I feel part of something. And I think nature is really where we are coming from. And I think we should care a lot more about it because this is our place. I have one image that changed all my life. And this was back on the expedition from Greenland to Nunavut when I quit everything in my previous life. And this is the image of the polar bear crossing the ice from above. This is a new, unique point of view. On the creativity side, it is purely new and unique to see the polar bear from above. It is aesthetic, the light is amazing, the colors are here, and I grabbed the right moment of the polar bear. The second point is the conservation point. There is a strong message, a urge of changing the way we live to protect the wildlife and the landscape in the polar regions. Thanks to this image, I got a lot of visibility, a lot of awards, and I've been able to live from photography. It got me in some big projects, like working with Netflix, BBC, National Geographic. This image made me realize the importance of the polar region, and it definitely forever took my life into conservation of those polar regions. I've been on a few sailing expeditions, and that's usually the way I travel. Sailing brings me many things, joy, freedom, peace. You get to a place, but it takes time to get there, so you have a different feeling when you arrive there. After Antarctica or like the Drake Passage, I was so seasick. Waves were so huge. I was wondering what the hell I was doing here. But once you get there, you really appreciate it. And you know why you are here. And at the same time, it's also a life adventure. You go with a team, it's a human adventure. I'm usually with really competent people. It's thanks to them that basically I can get these kind of images. Really, it's a teamwork, and that's a huge human adventure. So that's also what makes it exciting. There's a few things I do. Just on the normal life, everyday life, I do a lot of sport. I train a lot in a mountain, I run a lot in summer, I ski a lot in winter, I climb a lot. Not only because I want to prepare for a specific expedition, but just because it gave me, or it always gave me and still gives me the feeling of being free when I'm in nature. I feel capable of, having my bags and having to jump from the boat, grab something and jump off the fence, or a tree, whatever I have to do, then I just feel like my body can do it. I think that's important for me to keep, physically sane and having this feeling of being capable, because what we work with is nature, and nature can be tough. Nature is rude, And then when I have a project, an expedition which I'm going to, first I try to work on a story and what I want to tell about this place. I try to bring some creative thought, to sit down and see what are the issues of this place. And then for the technical part, the equipment, I usually do a checklist of all I need, to make sure I don't forget anything. Same with actually clothing. On the day I pack everything, I will, make a lot of space in my room, and then just put everything on the floor. All the batteries, all the charger, cables, lenses, cameras, laptop, disk, make sure you have a few external discs to back up your photos, and then once I have an overview of everything, I can pack it in different bags and make sure I have everything. So that's how I do. Well, there was many, every wildlife approach is unique. Every time you want to photograph a species, it's different. You have to learn about them, you have to study them, spend some time. For example, polar bear image from above. Before I did it, we spent hours watching how the polar bear were behaving, trying to learn how they live, how they react to our presence with the boat first. And that's only like a few days or a few weeks actually later that when I knew enough about the polar bear, we decided to put a drone in the air so I could get these images without disturbing the animal, because the purpose of the work is to get the animal in his natural habitat and behavior. So it takes time. What motivates me is the beauty of nature, the beauty of the polar region. It's so untouched, so pure, especially in winter when it's all white. I think I also love to be close to those animals. Can be polar bear, reindeer, Arctic foxes, belugas, narwhal. When I'm close to them, I feel something really deep. I feel, humble, grateful for being here, but I feel small because they are so powerful. They are so well adapted to nature. They can live here in this really hard environment where it's cold and dark. So I'm really, I think, attracted by the beauty of nature, and what motivates me is to show its beauty, to share it, and that's how I use photography to share what I feel towards nature. The message behind my work is that we are part of nature. I do not create art, nature does. Nature is art. Nature is beautiful and we have to save it. I believe that we have to reconnect ourselves to nature and feel part of it again as we were in the past. Without this, we will never protect it. When you are part of a social group, a family, you want to care about it, you want to protect it, nourish it. If we feel this deep connection to nature, we would finally maybe make a change and protect it, because we will feel part of it. And it's not about saving the planet, it's about saving us, human. Because if we can't protect it, we will just, destroy ourselves, because nature does support us. All the ecosystem in the world support ourselves. So even though I work on the specific area of the polar region, it is the whole planet that we need to protect. And of course, the polar region has an impact on the whole ecosystem of the world, because when we touch those places on both sides of the planet, we are changing everything. That's what we need to understand. To protect nature, it's to protect us. And that's what my work is aiming for, reconnecting people to nature. I always have different projects, and the main one is to connect more and more my work with science. So working together with scientists to produce, meaningful reportage. And in the same way, I want to bring more stories about people acting to protect the planet. At the same time, I'm also working on a book project that finally and hopefully will be released next year. This book will show the best of my work. Since the last few years I've been working on the polar region. I think the best way to achieve your dream is to just simply follow your heart. Follow what you really want to do, and then it will work out at some point. Because if it's deeply what you want to do, you will fall at some point, but you will start again, because that's the only thing you are living for. Is the thing that makes you vibrating, the thing that shakes you when you are down. And even though you are down, you will keep on working on it, because that's what you are. You have to make it part of you, and you have to want it with your really deep heart, and then magic will happen.